All right, everybody, here it is. It's the weekly video at this point. The video after a Saints blowout loss. The Saints lost to the LA Chargers today. And again, it's their sixth straight loss on the season. Sixth straight loss on the season. And this was a game where you got a lot of guys back from injury. You've been using that injury excuse for a while now. And it's valid, right? They have a lot of guys hurt. You got a lot of them back today, and they got blew out again, right? And like I said, six straight loss, and this is the fourth loss in a row that the Saints have lost by double digit points. Okay, four straight losses by double digit points. That is unacceptable. That is just it's pathetic in the NFL. Okay, this isn't we're not Alabama beating up on West Virginia Mountain University Tech. Okay, this four straight losses of double digit points. It's just unexcusable. Like it's inexcusable. But remember, guys, Mickey Loomis wants us all to look beyond the results. We got to look beyond the results, guys. Just and during the very first drive of this game, the Saints come out on defense. They look good on defense. They look better this entire game on defense than they have, the past few weeks, which isn't saying much, right? There were still missed tackles, still explosive plays that they allowed, but they looked good. The first drive, they come out, they get a stop. Saints get the ball, and every single week or every single time the Saints play, Dennis Allen does something early in the game to remind me how much of an absolute loser he actually is. So, like I said, first drive, Saints defense gets the stop, Saints offense gets the ball. They get around the 50-yard line and they get to a 4th and 1. 50-yard line, 4th and 1. Your team is sitting at 2-5 and you punt the ball. Like this guy is such a loser with a loser mentality. He coaches scared. He just there's just no redeeming quality about Dennis Allen at this point. Like it's you're at the 50-yard line, dude. You're 2-5. Go for it, man. Go for it. Set the tone. But no, you want to punt the ball away. Um the Saints ended up, and I want to make something clear, right? It's not about the Saints. I mean, it is about them losing a bunch of games in a row, obviously, right? But at the same time, it's like, okay, if the Saints are losing games, and you want to use the injury excuse, even though they got a lot of guys back today, not the quarterback, but if you want to use the injury excuse, you got to at least make the games somewhat competitive. It's not about that they've lost so many games in a row. It's just they're not even being competitive in these games. Four straight blowouts. That is just it's unacceptable, and it's insulting that the Saints front office continues to punish us fans every single week by putting this product out on the field. And you know what? Nothing will change because the only people that truly care about what is happening with the Saints right now is the fans. We're the only ones that care because you know why? Their check still cashes no matter what. Their check still cashes. And the Saints, in this game end up making a quarterback change in the third quarter. I think it was the right move. I think Hayner came in and any quarterback coming in as a backup in the middle of a game when you didn't take those reps during the week, when you didn't, you know, game plan to be the starter, it's tough, right? But I think he came in and he looked better than Rattler. Now again, that's not saying much, right? But he definitely looked better than Rattler. He's more decisive with the ball. Spencer Rattler right now, he's shown why was a late round pick. He's just not ready to be out on the field. He's not passing the eye test. He doesn't look good on film. And one thing you look for when you play a young quarterback is he getting better week by week? And that just wasn't the case for Spencer Rattler. So no problems from me on the benching. Again, Derek Carr should be back soon, probably I think next week. And that's the part that kind of like it's unfortunate. But so the receiving core in this game, like it doesn't matter who is out there at quarterback. The receiving core is just not helping these guys out. Their Rattler put some balls on the money that were dropped. Jake Hayner comes in, big third down, and he hits Chris Olave right in between two defenders, right in the chest with the ball, and he drops it on a huge third down. I can't remember if it was the very next drive or the drive after that, but you get to a huge third down, right? You have a penalty, of course, that backs you up. But third down, boom. Hayner puts the ball on Alvin Kamara's chest. Kamara drops it. Like even the best players on your team are just not performing up to standard. And when that happens, you just have to look at coaching because it just is what it is, right? We know these are good players that are just not performing up to the standard. And I spoke a little bit on the defense earlier. I think the defense did look better. I think the tackling wasn't great, but it did look better. But it just doesn't matter because again, they give up those explosive plays. I mean, Lad McConkey, rookie, you would have thought he was Calvin Johnson out there today. Um, it's and now that I think we have the Panthers next week, the Saints play the Panthers next week, and if there's a team that's worse than the New Orleans Saints right now, it's the Carolina Panthers, right? And Carr will be back, so it's unfortunate because, and again, I never want to see the Saints lose. I'll never root for the Saints to lose, but Carr is going to come back. The Saints are going to beat the Panthers, and I just feel like that's just going to give Mickey Loomis the ammo that he needs to just tell everybody again to look beyond the results and stay calm. Now we got our quarterback. He's back, and we're like, dude, shut up, man. Just why, like, stop being intent with just losing and losing and losing. You would think after spending, you know, the better part of 2 decades with a guy like Sean Payton that you would at least have more of a winner's mindset than you do. But because right now you don't care. At least that's what you're showing us by continuing to employ this guy by the name of Dennis Allen as your head coach. And I haven't even looked at Dennis Allen's post game press conference right now, but I can guarantee you it's going to be the same old spiel from him. We got to be better. We got to coach better. We got to tackle better. We got to execute, execute, execute. We got to execute better. And look, that starts with me. That's his favorite thing. Like, it's just I'm tired of hearing it like week after week after week for 3 seasons in a row now. And it's just like he is, if he was an employee for anybody else doing any other occupation in the entire world, he would have been gone a long time ago. Like, and the fact that he can sit here and get away with this year after year, week after week, being an NFL head coach is just it's just totally mind blowing to me. Um, you know, I just don't get it. But at the end of the day, like I said, 6 straight losses for the New Orleans Saints. 4 of those losses coming in blowout losses the last 4 games. I mean, let's see, you lost by starting back when they played the Chiefs. You lost by 13 to the Chiefs. You lose by 24 to the Buccaneers, who by the way have looked horrible recently. You lose by what's this, 23 to the Broncos. Like, and then today against the Chargers, 8-26. There's just no excuses for it. The New Orleans Saints are losers and they employ a loser. And when you employ a loser, what can you expect to do? Lose. Appreciate you guys watching.